Hello, this is Grebal Farms. I am Ocha, your host. You're welcome to the channel. I am an engineer that is passionately in love with farming, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I built my low-cost poultry farm in Port Harcourt. So a poultry farm is something you don't need millions to start, and in today's video I will show you exactly that. Okay, before we go on the video, I'd like to subscribe to this channel. I want to subscribe to Grebal Farms, and I want you to hit the notification icon so I can get new updates whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so the picture you're seeing right now is actually the plot of land I used for my poultry farm in Port Harcourt. Yes, the land is actually my land, but that doesn't mean you must have a land before you start your poultry farm. You can as well hire a plot of land or anywhere to start your poultry farm. Okay, the materials needed for this low-cost poultry house is some few woods, roofing sheets, and some bags of cement. A lot of people use concrete structures for their poultry house, but if you short in budget and you want to do something small, you can use these items I mentioned for you. Yeah, you can see that the wooden structure is being constructed. The dimension of my poultry farm is about 40 feet by 15 feet. Yeah, that is what I started with. So you can see the wooden structure is being erected. Yeah, and if you are in a place where the ground is termite infested, you should use hardwood. That is, there are kind of hardwoods that termites hardly eat. Then also you can use softwood. If you don't have the money, you can use softwood and get some chemical to treat them, because in this video I'm trying to give you advice on how to build a poultry house at a very minimal cost. So you can see the structure. I built it close to the fence so I can reduce the cost of net. So with moving it close to the fence, instead of using net on all four sides, I'm using net on only two sides. So that is one way of cutting cost. Then I have a structure in the plot before. I intended using this as a security house in the actual building I wanted to build. But right now what I want to do is I'll complete this building using wood to complete it. In Port Harcourt here we call it bacha. I will just use wood to extend from where the block work stops. I'm going to use wood to extend it, then roof it. That is all what I'm going to do for the security house, because it's very important you have a worker in a site like this if you really want to make money from poultry. If you really want to make money from poultry, you need to have someone that is working there. Okay, as you can see that the site is coming up, you can see that the building is coming up. You can see the poultry house, it has been roofed. Then the block work, you can see the block work there. I just made two layers of block. I just laid 2 layers of block, and I think that's enough, because making it high doesn't have any advantage. So that 2 layers of block, what I'll use to complete it now is a roofing sheet, because I still have more roofing sheets on the ground. So it will be cheaper if I use roofing sheet to complete it than using the block to complete the poultry house. Another thing you also want to consider is the location of the poultry house. Like the site I'm using now, it's like in the outskirts of the outskirts of the town. It has not been fully developed, and it is not a bushy area, so it's easy for transportation to get your birds to the town. Now you can see what I did. You can see the roofing sheets I used over on top of the block work. You can see the roofing sheets on top of the block work. The door, I made it of roofing sheets. Then you can see the galvanized wire I used as the net. Yeah, so right now I only covered 2 places instead of 4 places. That is the 4 perimeters. Now it's just 2 places, 1 length and 1 breadth. Okay, now this is inside the poultry house. You can see the wall. That is one of my concerns right now. There are algae on the wall. If not that, I wouldn't have bothered about this. There are algae on the wall. I don't know the effect on the birds. So what I did was to plaster it. So I have to plaster this wall now. But in case you're in an area where it is fenced and there is no algae on the wall, you can as well continue building like that. Yes, then you can see the hardwood I buried in the ground. I treated it with engine oil. So if you don't have money to get solignum or other termite treatment, you can use engine oil. At least it works. That's what they told me. They told me it works. So I'll see how it comes out. Okay, so you can see that the weed in the plot has been cleared. You can see how clear the plot is, and that is the security house. That is what I plan doing. You can see that it's been completed with wood. Yes, so after completing the wood structure, what I have to do is just to put roofing sheet on the building, and make the flooring of the building. Yes, you can see there are sand inside, so I have to make a concrete floor for the person that is going to stay. Then you can also see the wall. Definitely have to plaster the wall because algae has been growing on it, and this is not a poultry house. This is where someone has to live, so I have to make it as comfortable as possible for the guy that is going to stay here. So you can see it's coming out now. You can see that the roofing is complete. You can see that the roofing is almost done. Yeah, so this is a closer look at how the inside is going to be. That is the balcony for the building, and that is the poultry house over there completed. Now I don't have a borehole in the site yet, so there is no source of water for these birds, but the luck I have is I have a neighbor that has been very friendly. While erecting this structure, he has been coming around, and he asked me to come to his area to get water. It's just very close to the site. It's like I think 2 buildings from this my plot, so the worker here will just go there to fetch water for the birds. So when I start making money out of the poultry, I can make a borehole for the birds and they can get water. Yeah, so in case you're planning to build a poultry house, don't forget water is very important. If you don't have if you don't have the money for borehole, then that area should be close to where you can get water. It should be close to where you can get water, where your worker can easily go and fetch water for you. So this is the poultry house. It has been completed. What I need, okay, yeah, you can see the waterproof curtains, the black waterproof curtains. Yes, those are very necessary because in Port Harcourt here, we used to have rain almost every day when it's the rainy season, and the temperature can really drop. So using this waterproof curtain can reduce the amount of cold wind going into the poultry house. So when the weather is hot, it's just to roll it up. That is how I designed it. You just roll it up, and you have good ventilation. Now you can see that the security house is being completed. Then also what I did is I dug a small pit that will be used for the toilet for the guy that is going to stay here. So the pit is the dimension of the pit is 3 feet by 3 feet. Then the depth is 7 feet. Yeah, so you can see how the house is coming out, how the security house is coming out. So the wall is being plastered right now, as you can see in the video. So it's remaining the flooring inside and the balcony. Yeah, so the small pit I dug is going to be used as a toilet. So I'm also going to build a toilet with roofing sheets for the security guy. Now inside the poultry house, I discovered some black ants inside the poultry house, and some other tiny yellow ants. So really I don't know the effect on these birds. So what I have to do is to make a concrete floor in the poultry house. So I have to use some areas in the poultry house I have to make a concrete floor in some areas in the poultry house. So that is what I have to do, so as to reduce the effect of the insects. I don't know how it's going to affect the birds, so let me just take that precaution. I have actually visited a friend's poultry farm, where inside the poultry, the chicken pens was ordinary floor. He did not make any concrete flooring. So I think that that can be done if you really want to cut cost on flooring. Yeah, but just like I told you, my area is termite infested, so I have to take that precaution, and some other black ants that I'm seeing coming out of the ground. But I am going to leave a small portion of it where I'm not going to make the concrete floor, and that area I'm going to be putting the cockerels, because I also want to rear cockerels. Cockerels are very strong birds. They have a higher resistance than broilers and layers. So in that area where I'm going to put cockerels, I'm not going to make flooring in that place. No need of wasting that money, because I've actually seen it work for a friend. He's even rearing broilers and the noilers in his pens without the concrete floor. Now you can see the concrete floor has been done on the in the poultry, in the security house. Now you can see the security house has been floored, and I think this is a good job. Yeah, so the guy, at least I am trying to prepare a level of comfort for him. So I divided the poultry pens into 3 partitions. Yes, one door leading to one partition, the other door leading to another partition, because I'm planning to rear broilers, layers, and cockerels. So I have to separate them. I don't have to put them together. So actually, guys, in case you're finding value in this video already, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon so that you can get updates whenever I upload a new video. And I tell you, I'm going to be uploading videos on the progress of the birds that I am getting here. I will be uploading videos to show you the progress. And this is actually my first attempt in poultry farming. So as I'm uploading the video, in case you see I'm doing anything wrong, please just let me know in the comments. Whatever you know you can do to help, let me know. And okay, this is the pit for the toilet, and it's covered with the waterproof so that rainwater will not enter the pit, because we're not using it yet and we've not made a slab for it yet. So that is the pit. Okay, so that's the poultry. You can see how the curtains are being rolled up for ventilation. So that's the design I am using for the ventilation. Yeah, so job is still ongoing. They are already doing the concrete floor. Okay, you can see them mixing concrete inside the pens, and those bags there are sawdust and wood shavings that I've brought already for the poultry pens. Now you can see the wall has been plastered. Yes, has been plastered with concrete, and you can see the 3 okay, you can actually see 2 of the doors right now. Okay, at this point the concrete floor has been finished. Okay, this is how the inside of the poultry pens looks like after the concrete flooring. Now the black substance you've seen on the ground is engine oil. After making the concrete floor, those black ants are still digging hole through the cement. I just can't imagine that. Through the concrete floor they are still digging hole through it. So what I have to do is to put engine oil. I think engine oil, condemned engine oil, control them in a little way, because after pouring the engine oil on the ground in like a day or 2, I could not find any black ant on the concrete floor any longer. Now you can see the demarcation I made. Yeah, I demarcated it as small as possible using the waterproof curtain, because the birds that are coming in are still small, and if I expose them to a wide area, if I make their room wide, it's going to be difficult to control the temperature inside. So I make it small with the curtains, the waterproof curtains you've seen. I use it to make each compartment as small as possible, so that since the birds are still small, they can enter each of those compartments. So as they are growing, I'll remove the black waterproof curtain so that they can spread and enjoy themselves. Okay, so this is the interior of the poultry pens. You can see it's wooden structure. I didn't use concrete structure, it's wooden structure, because I'm trying to cut cost. Yeah, I have a friend that did his with branches of trees all through. He didn't bother going to the sawmill to get all these planks and pole that I used. What he did was he went to the nearest bush and cut branches, long branches, and he brought them and nailed them together. He had to tie them with string and constructed his poultry house. So in case you don't have money to even get some of these wood that has been sawn in the sawmill, you can also go to the bush and get long branches and make a poultry house. Yes, if you have a good carpenter and is willing to assist you, he wouldn't mind helping you with those branches. Yes, he wouldn't mind helping you with those branches to construct something for you. Yeah, so this is the demarcation I made with the wire mesh, so you can see the interior. So here it is, the simple poultry house, the cheap poultry house I built. Yeah. So total cost of all this I am not going to tell you. Yes, so please pardon me for that, but it's not up to a million. Let me just put it that way. It's not up to a million in naira. Yes, it's not up to a million in naira. So if you're in other countries, I've not done the dollar conversion rate yet, but I don't think it's going to cost you much. So this is a poultry house, and I did a very big mistake while doing the construction. What I did was, because of the enthusiasm of having a poultry house, what I did was I ordered for beds while the house was still under construction. And those guys, they amazed me. They told me the delivery date was going to be in 2 weeks time. Yeah, in 2 weeks time, but they surprised me. My birds came in a set came in 3 days, and another set came in 6 days. So what I did was actually drastic and funny as well. I stay in a 3-bedroom flat, so I just have to evacuate one of the rooms and use them for brooding. So I have to rush the house. It became a race against time to complete the poultry house. Okay, so I did the brooding in my house for 2 weeks before moving them to the site. Don't make the mistake I did, please. So whenever you're moving your birds, make sure you have your site prepared, you have the poultry house prepared before moving them or before purchasing your birds. So that's it for today's video. I do hope you found value in it, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you'll be having more of this video from this channel henceforth. Okay, so this is Grebal Farms. This is the poultry section. I've made a video earlier concerning my yam farm in Otukpo, Benue State. Okay guys, don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to leave a comment in the description below. Thank you for watching the video. Till we meet next time again. This is Grebal Farms and I am Oche. I'm out.